Culture is vitally important to a group of people. If you have an extensive, complicated culture, then you'll have an extensive, complicated society. And if you look at white culture with Shakespeare and Mark Twain and, all the philosophers from the Greeks and all the plays and all of that, it's like dreams. If you'll notice, you go to sleep and your mind makes up stories all the time because that helps you grow. And if you have a whole bank of literature, then that is more understanding about the world. It's just like dreams, except you can use it when you're awake to further your consciousness. And that's what allows you to create things like computers and cars and airplanes, is that understanding of other people's mind and, of course, then your own. And that's what all of the arts do for a society. And if you have a group of people who don't have very much culture, then they're not going to have very much success. And if you have a group of people with an extensive culture, well, along the way, they're going to have had success, and it is going to create more success. And that is how things work. It doesn't matter how you feel about it. That's how things work. And you can copy other people's culture. You can adopt that and evolve your own mind, because we're all humans, through their culture. But unless your culture has, created a large bank of literature and visual art that is stunning and elevating, like classical music, something that classical music is like high math. It's very hard to understand, just like calculus. Most people can't, and you have to start at the bottom and move up. It's a trajectory to go to a higher plane of understanding, but it's very complicated, and most people can't get it right at first. But it is built out of a culture that understood literature, all sorts of things that brought us an understanding of science. All of those are in the university, all those disciplines, because all of them create a complicated culture that make things like classical music and rocket ships to the moon. And all of that works together and matters. And if your culture doesn't have that, then you're never going to have that success, because it is a necessary component.